Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to make with you guys these fun little watercolor with stencils on them, journaling cards. And then we'll add some cute little clusters here, and I'll have the link below on how I made these little flower clusters. Actually, I'll put the link up into the right-hand corner of this video, up at the top. I'll have it up there, so you guys can come check it out after you watch this video, and you'll see how you can incorporate them into your journaling cards. So I had asked you guys on my cluster video, my flower cluster video, I asked you guys if you guys would be interested in seeing how I make these, and thank you guys for your responses, and I will be showing you how to do that today. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay. Now, so what I have here is watercolor paper, some watercolors, water and a paintbrush, some ink. I got permanent ink and just a scroll stamp. And I think that's all we need, and I might incorporate more later, you never know. I throw some other stuff in here. But just to show you what I'm working on here today is a 9x12, 40-pound, 300 GSM cold press watercolor paper. And that's the name of it. And it works really good. I just got it like at Walmart. So not too expensive. Okay, and what we're gonna start doing here is, I'm gonna turn it this way. Oh, and I didn't mention the stencils. So, but either stencils or stamps. You know, whatever you want to use. You can do stencils on top or stamps. And I'm also using a gel pen. I knew I'd find more things that I was using. And it's just a Jelly Roll white gel pen. And it's 08 tip. So, and I got this at Walmart too. So it's just a Jelly Roll pen. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this out of the way. And I'm going to just start watercoloring with you guys and show you what I did. Okay, so I got a new watercolor set that I just got down just at the store. Just a cheap, it's not, and it's inexpensive. And yeah, I'll try to tell you the colors. I actually have a little color sheet here with the colors, the little colors and stuff on it. So we'll see if I can tell you what colors I'm using. So this one is, let's do purple. And I'm loving doing like the brighter colors right now, just with spring and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get some parchment paper underneath so I don't stain my little table here. Okay, so I went ahead and got some parchment paper. I'm just getting my paper wet real quick here. And let's do some purple. So it's just loose and, you know, carefree. You don't need to think about it too much. It's just kind of getting a cool background here. And I'm going to show you guys. This is I'm going to show you on a couple examples here. So let's go ahead and do that. And okay. So I'm just kind of blending it around. Like that. And you can get it wet and kind of just go like this and just bring in the shadows, just like the lighter color. Do that. So I'm just doing water. I'm just kind of tapping it on my napkin here, my little paper towel, and just bringing it lighter into the middle. And then I like leaving the middle open with the white. So there you go. You just kind of just bring it together like that. You can add a little more. I like the darker around the edges. So I'm just using the same colors here. The colors mixed together look really pretty with my water. I think that looks really pretty. So those two colors mixed together are pretty. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and getting out your paints and seeing what you can come up with here. Okay. So there you go. And you guys can do, you know, you don't have to use paints. You can get out your oxides and do some, you know, just do some inking around and do the same thing. You could do it on regular paper, but it'll do the same. That would look really cool. Or even get your oxide sprays out and do something really fun with those. So it doesn't have to be watercolor. You can get out your acrylic paints. I mean, this is just a general idea that I'm giving you guys here. Okay, so I did that, and now I'm gonna dip into the purple, dip into the water, get my brush pretty wet here, and then do some tapping. Just the splatters. Okay, and I'm going to do that into the crimson, even though it looks kind of pink to me. But there is no pink, so it's either crimson or carmine. This is the only, or brilliant red. Oh, it might be the brilliant red, but it's kind of pink looking to me. What do you guys think? It looks kind of pink, but then when you splatter it, it looks red, so maybe this is the brilliant red. That might be. That might be. Well, these are new to me, so I don't know. It's not burnt sienna. I think it's the brilliant red. Yeah. We'll go with that. That sounds good. Okay, so that one we got done, and let's just we'll let it dry. So that, I was going to do a couple with you guys, but I mean, that's pretty much how you do them, is you kind of just get your colors on there, however you want them. I mean, you can even come back and add some darker, because I have to wait for this to dry before we can do anything to it. So I have some already done that I will bring over, and then I will show you guys the next steps. All right, so these are the ones I've done. I did these a couple nights ago, and they are definitely dry. I should have pressed it so it wasn't so wrinkly here, but wavy. So you can put them under a book and press it down, or put it in your press. I probably should have done that, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so I'm just taking off the tape, which I like using the tape because it gives it a cool edge when you take off the tape. Like, I don't mind it when it takes it like that. It kind of gives it just that ripped looking, cool looking edge to it. So you can kind of diagonal it if you don't really want it ripped on the edges. That helps. Okay. All right. So now this is what we got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and keep them together for now and get out my stamps. And I just have the permanent ink here. So I should put gloves on real quick. Shoot, let me grab some gloves because I'm gonna make a big mess. It's probably already too late. I think I have it on my hands, but that's okay. I'll save the rest of my fingers here. Just because this is permanent and it is a pain in the butt to get off. Okay, so just do some interest stamping. To give it something around it, like that. And these are going to go up like that. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun just to do some little ones here. So you can tape yours however you want it. And yeah. You can have different sized journaling cards. Or whatever you want to use them for. I mean, you can cut these and make this, you know, I could do this like as a little belly band, or you can make it as a pocket. You could do like that as a pocket. So there's so many different ways you can use them. So I'm going to put this one to the side and let the ink dry on it. I'll just put it over here. And I have one ready. And I got my stencils. So we got this far. We just watercolored it, did some stamping. And I'm going to grab a stencil, or you can grab a stamp. Stamps work, you know, great. Or do a little drawing, a doodle on it if you want. And I'm just doing my distressed oxide. And because it's easier to get off my stencils. I do not want to do a permanent ink on my stencils because I couldn't get it off. So that's why I love the oxide for this. And let's see, make sure you have a baby wipe or a wet cloth or something, or a, you know, like a wet wipe. Just something you can wipe your stencils off with, or just go to the sink and, you know, just rinse them off. But I'm just going to grab wet wipes for now. And yeah, so let's see how this goes. And I just got my little dauber. Okay. And I'm just picking what I want. So these are just some fun floral, just little botanical stencils. I know I need to invest in one of those cool makeup brush things. I don't have one of those. Might be my next move. Okay, so you got that one, and then got that so far. I think I'm gonna put this one here. Because stencils kind of do tear up the little sponges on your daubers. Okay, so I got that, and then I want to do this cute little butterfly. So I'm just piecing together what I want. Okay, and there we go. And before this gets dried onto my stencil, I'm just going to take it. And you know, I've done this, and this is kind of cool. I'm going to do it on the parchment paper. Just take your wet wipe, and it should work. It'll be faint, but it should work. You can see the stencil. I guess if I did the ink darker too, but you can kind of see the stencil. So that's fun. Okay. And I always use parchment paper underneath what I do, either coffee dyeing or tea dyeing or painting or anything like that. And then I use the parchment paper to do decoupage with. You can take it and decoupage with it, or you can make, you know, little cool little glassine, you know, bags with them and stuff. And it's pretty fun. Okay, so that's why I use the parchment paper. So this is a 08 Jelly Roll 10. And what I'm going to do is just start doodling. So I just take it and, you know, I can move the camera down for this. So let me move this down real quick. Okay, I think I got you guys close enough here. But all I'm doing is just kind of following the pattern. And this is a brand new gel pen. So it might take a second to get the ink out of it here. So I'm just kind of just going around it. And you just kind of just make up what you want. I mean, this is just low pressure. There's no right or wrong. So we got that little fun thing happening. And then you could take your little cluster. If you come watch it, you guys can make a little cluster. And these are really fun to just put on it. It just kind of just adds a, you know, a little more interest to it. I like it. So take your Fabrifix glue or whatever glue you got. And I'm just going to tack it down. Yeah. Going to sew around the edge, just because. I think it'll look cool. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and went over and sewed around. So I think that looks really cool. It gives it kind of a pop. And let's do a little black oxide. And you can just do some inking around it. Oh yeah, I had glue on it, didn't I? I forgot. There we go. Well, it's glued down. So there you go. There's one way to do it. And if you want to, you could go ahead and grab out your 3D little paints here. I wonder if this one would look nice. That is not the right color. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do this one. This one is a metallic purple. I think that'll look fun. And you could just add a little interest. So just whatever you could think of to add a little pizzazz. Just look through your craft stuff, see what you got, see what you need to use and what you haven't used for a while. You know, that kind of thing. Like, I need to incorporate these a lot more into my projects. So, and I love them. I just forget about it. There we go. So there we go. So just add a little bit of something to it. So I think that turned out really cool. And these are just great to put into your junk journals, you know, have them as little journaling cards. Like I said, you know, you can make it a totally different way and do the stencil maybe this way and decorate it like that and put your little cluster on the side and make it a pocket. So this could be a fun little pocket, or you could do belly bands, or you can make triangle ones and make them just little corner tucks that you can do. So you could just do this and then, you know, maybe cut them in half and have little triangles that you could do, little corner tucks. So yeah, there's versatile ways to use those for sure. But I was having fun, so I went over and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to move this out of my way because I will touch it. So I went and on my sewing machine, I was showing you guys different ways to do it. Like I left a border where I taped it. I went ahead and left a border around it and then did some inking with the vintage photo and the oxide, and inked around it and then did some stitching. So I thought that was a fun look. And I did the little zigzag, or like a wavy, not a zigzag, it's a wavy stitch that's actually on my one of my stitches. And I did just the smaller one that it does wavy for me. And then I made it longer. I went in and pressed it, made the stitch longer, and then went back through it. So just kind of a whimsical little look to it. You see on the back. And this one I did wavy myself. It was a straight stitch and I just went ahead and made it wavy. So these are just different options that you can do. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a time lapse real quick and stamp them and add some fun stencils and stuff on it. And then we'll see how they turn out. So I got all these done. I went ahead and did some stenciling on it, and I found it came with 3 of them. So one's an 08, one's an 05. You can see right here too. 05, and then this one is a 10. So this one seemed to work the best. For some weird reason, it came out really nicely. And yeah, so just find different jelly pens and see which ones works best for you. I'd love to hear in the comments if you guys know another brand than Jelly Roll that would work a little better. And I would definitely try those out. Yeah, so comment down below. I'd love to hear about that. If you guys have a better, you know, like a jelly pen, that would work. But, so I went ahead and got this done. And I think they turned out really cool. And you don't have to have a cluster or put a cluster on it or anything. You can even take some of your threads, which I'm sure, I save all my threads. So save your threads, and you can even do like just a little, you know, just a little cluster. I got one here. But you could just do with your threads, maybe throw a little piece of fabric on there and just sew a button. And there you go. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything, you know, you don't have to make it into like a flower or anything like that. You can make it just a tiny little cluster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.